Hello and welcome back to the Elder Scrolls Online Elsweyr. And right outside of the 10 Mar of Two Moons Temple. It seems that Moon Priest Qa'Rajh needs some help. So let's see what he needs.
Qa'Rajh, spare a kindness for a priest of two moons. Qa'Rajh is at the end of his rope, dangling by the scruff.
What's wrong?
This one returns from warning the speaker of the main of a dire prophecy, only to find his fellow priests speaking little sense and doing even less, raving and rambling about our moon bishop's visions and growing more demented by the moment.
Demented how?
She tells the priests to burn their moon sugar, so they do. She tells them to smear cheese upon the walls, so they do. She tells them to douse the temple fires with their tongues, so they do. I fear someone will die if this continues.
I'll help you get to the bottom of this madness. Cheese and madness. I think we already got a very likely culprit here, but let's not be too quick to judge. So let's see. Yes, I did say that.
Bright moons shine upon you, Walker. This one pursued his friend Zarga before you arrived. The fool chases a beast's young with a butterfly net, and woe unto him when their mother follows the commotion. Please, find Zarga before he is eaten.
When did your moon bishop start having visions?
She was very young. Her eyes have always been as bright as Joan and Jode. She's never led us astray. It's why she's moon bishop. But all this madness, something is not right.
What was the prophecy you took to the speaker of the
She
main?
foresaw the return of the dragons with a frightening clarity. I went to warn Lord Qa'Rajh on this dire prophecy, so it might reach the main's ears. But I arrived too late. The dragons had already come.
You said you were a priest of two moons. What is that?
2 moons at Tenmar is Qa'Rajh's temple, a venerable house of Joan and Jode, a place of worship and wisdom, reduced to a den of fools chasing our moon bishop's fevered dreams.
Will the priest just do anything she asks them
They
to?
don't question her visions. No matter how absurd the task, they leap at it with zeal. When I asked why they would do such things, they look at me as if I am the one who is crazy.
It sounds like they're under some sort of spell.
A powerful and insidious spell to turn the whole temple on its head. But at least a spell may be broken. It's a small comfort to hope that their minds may not be truly lost.
Where did your friend Zarga
I
go?
last saw him run after the beasts into the wilderness to the west. I hoped he would not follow them into their den, but I would be a fool to believe that now.
Okay, so before we enter the temple proper, we have to find Zarga, who may or may not still be alive. We shall see. Alright, so he is up here. Seen some harpies, but apart from that, not really anything dangerous.
This one has you now, pretty butterfly. I am going to need a bigger net.
Yes, that you are. Terrorbird Matriarch. Well, probably safe to assume that she doesn't like my intrusion. Whoop. Alright, well this starts off fairly... should also be fairly close to getting enough experience to level up. As I didn't encounter any creatures along the route from Qa'Rajh to Tenma, so yes, this should do the trick.
Oh, you smashed it! Such pretty colors leaking out.
Don't need the clear... Well, oh, he just ran away. Well, I suppose that makes it a lot easier. No, don't need any more fishing gear. Oh, whoa.
You smashed that as flat as a flapjack. But who said you could play with my toys?
Let's see. A cat that has a coat in purple. Ah, okay, skooma cat.
Hello, my new playmate. Glad to find someone with their wits still about them. Too many crazies around here. I mean, what self-respecting person goes around chasing butterflies with a net? Everybody knows you use a hammer.
Yeah, this voice sounds awfully familiar. Alright, who are you?
I'm a cat. I thought that bit was obvious. Unless I'm not a cat. Meow? Meow. Nope, cat. Maybe you're not as sharp as I thought. Attack that's seen one too many backsides, huh? Bad for you, worse for them. Bad for you, worse for them.
Worse for who?
The priest, silly. You really are clueless, aren't you, plaything? How are you gonna win the game if you can't even find the pieces? Am I gonna have to dangle every answer in front of you like cheese-stuffed mice hanging by their entrails?
You're behind the madness at the temple, aren't you?
Ah, that's more like it. Maybe there's hope for you after all. Now hurry your heroic Heidi to my playground, or it's gonna be the blind leading the blind out there. Toodles!
Yeah. Yeah. Ah.
Keep your eye on the prize.
At some point, even Qa'Rajh becomes predictable.
The problem, Adoras. That's why we need it.
Maybe we don't need it. This one's claws are sharp. Pop, pop, and we're all saved.
No, it must be the fork. It won't work otherwise.
Oh boy, he's...
Qa'Rajh, you are safe. I hope the same may be said about Sarka.
He was headed back to the temple last I saw him.
Moons, I pray he does not get any other ideas. Adoras has his hands full as it is. He found these ones searching for a fork to put out their eyes.
They want to blind themselves?
Moon Bishop told them that if they blind themselves, they would remain hidden from the dragon's sight.
They need a fork for that.
Not just any fork. A two-tined iron fork smelling ever so slightly of roast beef. Please, help me keep them from finding this smelly thing.
Alright, what do you need me to do?
This one smells meat wafting on the wind. It is not an odor he would call beef, but he thinks it may be the trail they were following. Adoras will keep his eyes on these ones, so they may keep their eyes.
I encountered an odd character after I rescued Zaga. I think he's responsible for this.
Did? What did he... Wait, why didn't you stop him?
He said the priests were in danger, in his own cryptic way. This is all a game to him.
Moons. What sort of childish sorcerer drives clergy to chase after wild beasts and put out their eyes? We must stop this sick puppeteer. But this one can't just leave these fools to their own devices. Find the fork, then we'll give chase.
Why do you think this smelly fork will help them hide from the dragons?
They are insane. Only a sugar tooth would believe putting out their own eyes would blind the dragon. And even they would have the sense not to do it unless it got them more skooma.
Yeah.
I count my blessings that not just any fork will do.
This fork sounds familiar. I think I may have encountered it before. Yeah, we definitely had. Once back on Oridon, there was in fact a temple where a mage was looking for that exact same fork. Also a staff, but that seems less important right now. That sounds familiar.
And this one is sure you will have no trouble finding it. Return when you have found it, and perhaps we may convince these ones to give up and return to the temple.
Well, that's the good thing about Qa'Rajh. Though he does make rather random deals that... What? Where is it at? Oh, it's not at the temple. Okay. Well, then we shall go to the temple then. With solutions like that, well, problems like that, simple solutions are often needed. Wow, that was pretty easy. So I'm not sure why I'm still finding dwarven ore. After all, I'm leveled enough to be on ebony. So that should be my... No. So that should be my primary ore for metals. Oh look, a troll. Well, two of them actually. Do I have to deal with those? Nope. Okay. Well, then I most certainly won't. Okay, what have we got? Oh, great. Ruddy fangs. Alright. Glutton. So the Ruddy Fang are a group of... Ooh, Ebon Sword. Nice. Alright. Is it on you? No. That's just a water skin. Don't need that, but... I mean, it's here. Tenderizer and Pot Watcher. Yeah, that entire camp spells food. Oi! Aren't you an annoying sort? Ooh. Use, we know that. Really? Didn't I know how to make boards before that? Oh well. Apparently I didn't. Well, I do now. Okay, so that was not really what I was going for. I was going for this. Item retraining. You can change the trait on an item by taking 50 transmute crystals to the transmute station in Clockwork City. Ah, don't know what that is, but well, we get... So maximum stamina, maximum magicka, and maximum health. Yeah, let's go for health. That's more in line, unless I can choose one. Okay. Do we need more magic? We're pretty good on that. Health is always nice. Okay, so there was something that could be morphed. was it though? I could also go for some of the passives that I'm now lacking, which might not be a bad idea. Was it Blessing of Protection, I think? Oh, regeneration can be morphed. Isn't that... Wait, isn't it? The heal time is shorter, but ticks faster. Heals 2 additional targets. That's probably useful. Okay. And we apparently have... oh, maybe I should find that fork. Carrot soup. Huh. Again, I'm finding low-level recipes that I thought I knew. Oh, it's right there. There is literally a pointer that shows where it is. Alright, let's deal with these freaks. Oi! Okay, okay. Ew. That's a neat trick to be able to scoop across the battlefield. Not very helpful when I'm up close, though. Get out of here. You make me... So basically what I did with my healing was that I gave it more capabilities to aid... Yeah, the Fork of Horripilation. Figures. Okay, well... Yeah, might as well take these 2 things. So, is that Ebon Thread? Yes, it is. So, Ebon Thread is essentially the new light armor clothing item. So, I haven't read into this, but I am kind of curious as to what is needed to be done for getting skills to plus 50. Maybe skills can't get to plus 50, but you certainly can level, and it is slotted when you look through the crafting materials that you can get higher crafting skills than just to 50. So I'm interested to see how that will paint itself out, but I don't know.
If this one must talk in circles with lunatics much longer, he too will go mad. Did you find any offending forks at the campground?
Yes, take a look.
Qa'Rajh gets all goose-pimply in the hackles just touching it. Adoras fears things are even worse than he imagined. His fork reeks of more than beef. It stinks of oblivion.
I've seen it before. It belongs to Qa'Rajh.
Skooma cat. He must be responsible for our moon bishop's strange visions. How has he spread his madness to the monks? And you said you saw him in the flesh.
He appeared as a small cat.
Elfic. The skooma cat should not be able to cross the lunar lattice. If he walks among us, then Joan and Jode must truly be out of alignment. We must check on the temple. Please, you go ahead to the temple.
Oh, this is
Find our
actually
moon bishop.
interesting.
Keep her from spreading any more of this madness. Hadoras will meet you there, once he leads these ones to safety without them straying toward any other foolishness.
Okay, yeah, what are you going to do with the fork I brought you?
This one isn't sure. The mere touch of it makes him want to spit fur, but he must keep it out of the hands of others. Perhaps he will bury it under the squatting sands where it belongs.
it's probably best that you hang on to it.
It is the least that this one can do to keep his kin from
We already know
teetering
about
on the
that.
edge of insanity.
Oh, maybe we
Qa'Rajh
do.
will be
Don't,
all right.
actually.
No amount of lingering beef stink will lure this one into putting it into his mouth. Or anywhere else for that matter.
Tell me about the Moon Bishop.
Sarzenza. Bright is the moons and just as beautiful. One look and you could tell that John and Jod shone their light upon her, and the path forward would be lit by the reflection in her eyes. When she spoke, one would be wise to listen. Not so now.
You think I can reason with them?
If there is anyone within 2 moons at Tenmar who could see truth through this madness, it would be her. But her eyes are clouded by the Skooma Cat's visions. I fear there will be no reaching her while he toys with us.
What's the story behind the Skooma
Before
Cat?
there were the moons for the world, there were Anur and Fadomai. From their union, all the god cats came, including the one Khajiit known as Qa'Rajh, the crook-tailed cat who shares his madness with Sugartooths through Skooma.
Well, that's actually very tangible compared to how Sheogorath myths are in other regions. So here is literally a story with a mad god bound to a highly addictive and maddening drug. That's very tangible, and that's kind of unusual for Khajiit lore to actually be more tangible than the rest of the lore, because a lot of Khajiit lore is like moons and spirits and stuff. And yeah, this is actually a whole lot more tangible than the kinds of lore that you can find. So that's interesting. Is that how he's been driving the priests insane?
Adoras does not smell the sick sweetness of the drug upon men. Terrible as it is, the fleeting skooma dreams would be preferable to this all-consuming madness. On this side of the lattice, it seems Qa'Rajh needs no sugar to share his lunacy.
The lattice?
The lunar lattice, formed by John and Jod's light, separates Nirni from the other god cats, and protects her children from the ones who do us harm. Normally, Qa'Rajh could only send his mad thoughts across through the perverted moon sugar.
Oh, there you are.
Oh, my! I see you met Forky. Talking about me again, hasn't it? Such a gossip, that one. But you can hear the ocean if you stick it in your ears. Give it a try.
Why are you doing this?
Doing what? The purring. I don't know. Just happens at the darndest times. Smelling a bowl of cream, laying eyes on a plump ball of yarn, licking me... Oh, wait. I feel a grooming coming on.
Why are you trying to hurt the
Who's
priests?
trying? Oh, sure, you've kept a handful all boring and breathing. But we've been having a right riot in the temple. You ever hear cats always land on their feet? Turns out, it's true. Of course, their feet wind up by their ears, but why split pairs, eh?
Stop this.
Stop? Stop? We're just getting to the best part. I think they're really getting the hang of it. Last one got one good bouncing before he spit like a ripe tomato. Oh, I think the Moon Bishop's giving it a go. Don't want to miss that. Best hurry.
Well-
You missed the show.
Ah. Okay, what sort of hostiles is there here, if any? None thus far.
Yes, Zenza, show us the way.
Oh no.
Walker, you arrive at the perfect moment. You will witness our salvation.
Salvation.
Moon Bishop Sizenza said we must ascend with Qa'Rajh to escape the dragons. True cats will reach the sands behind the stars by stepping between the two moons. We have not found the path yet, but now our prophet will show us the way.
I need to stop this.
Joan and Joan have shone like beacons for the Moon Bishop. She will lead us all to salvation, and you can join us, Walker.
Okay, well, at least it appears that there aren't any hostiles here. So that's a start. As I say this, I'm probably getting pelted by acolytes. The first Oxon. I know I shouldn't be looking for lore or treasure, but I mean, I'm gonna look for treasure and lore when I have the opportunity to do so. Okay.
It is so high. Cannot Sizenza should see where to step. Her vision showed it true. But she cannot see it now.
They aren't your visions. The Skumak had is playing tricks on you.
This one sees by the light of the two moons. These are not fevered sugar dreams. She saw the dragon spring from the mouth of the world and swallow the moon. She saw her temple turn to ash. She must act before it is too late.
Maybe some of your visions were real, but all you're doing now is hurting your
Sizenza tried to
followers.
save them. She sees so much that she is blinded. What is the truth? What are the lies? She can't tell what is real.
I'm real. Just come down from the ledge and I'll help you.
Yes. I need to sit down. Gather my thoughts.
Oh, no you don't. Get your paws off my favorite painting. Oh, no you don't. Get your paws off my favorite painting. Ooh, look at you, running around like a chicken with its head cut off. Nothing beats a chicken without a noggin. Believe me, I've tried. You came awfully close to spoiling me fun, though. I like my fun.
What have you done with the Moon Bishop?
Why? So you can keep hogging all the toys? No, no, no. These are mine. I licked them. How much more marking do I have to do?
What will it take to get you to leave these people alone?
Who wants to be alone? Trapped in their own head until all the life and joy of the world leaks out and leaves an ugly grey corpse. They're better off in my company, sure. Suppose I could let them go. If you'd rather be my plaything instead.
Oh boy. And if I agree?
I whisk you home to where the real fun is. Oh, I haven't hosted company since half-past.
Ah, crap.
You love what I've done with the place. It'll be like you never left. Have you there in two shakes of a grand bow fit. So, what do you say?
Fine, I agree. Oh boy.
The game's a face.
Qa'Rajh appeals to the darker side of the catfolk who chafe at the strictures of sanity and responsibility. Brother Mikhail Qa'Rajh. Oh boy. I did not expect to have yet another encounter with Qa'Rajh, but what I dislike about the Qa'Rajh missions is that, well, they become tedious and very repetitive. Once you've... Oh, what the... I was wondering why a deer would show up with a red marker. That's the indication of the creature being hostile, but well, here we have the reason. It was not a deer, it was a, well, something else. At least we got a nice heap of experience from it. Oh. I honestly thought that was something. And some fighters killed. Is everything here? Yeah. Ice Wraith. Ah, boy. Well, I'm gonna go and try and go through this as quickly as possible. At least, hopefully, this isn't some contrived fetching quest where I have to go through all matter of ridiculous trials, all of them involving cheese. Alright. Well, it seems either of these paths will suffice. Nope, nope. Ah. Oh look, you're something different. A sphere with a gun, essentially. An arquebus was the name of an early medieval hand cannon, essentially. Alright. Oh. Really? Another one? I'll just wait for you to hang on that way. This is actually a kind of unusual structure for a Qa'Rajh quest because... Oh.
Sacred moons, I don't know what to do with your warning. Why won't you guide me when I need you now more than ever? I must see.
There you go, trying to play with my toys again. Well, I've had enough
Uncloud
sharing.
my eyes.
Oh, how the moons twinkle in those glassy eyes. You want to stare off into space and time? I'll show you the future, past and present. Wait your turn. Is that cream? Oh, I could go for some fatty bovine discharge right now. Why'd you go and bring it to me in a cup? Cats don't have thumbs. Most cats. I don't. I have thumbs. Hold on to that while I grow thumbs. This may take a bit.
I'll figure something out. Really? Wow, okay.
Oh, cream. Oh, I haven't had cream since I made Otar cry over it.
No! Come back! Senza could almost see it. We burn our hair and lay scorched before the dragons. But what then? What then?
Sisenza, it's not real. This isn't your temple.
Sisenza saw it. They will burn her temple. Burn us all if she doesn't see the path. Burn us all.
It's the skooma cat, remember? He's making you see false visions.
Like this one has done this before. Is this the future vision or the vision future? She cannot tell anymore. Help this one, please. Show her. Show.
Sisenza?
Hey! I
Oh,
just
no.
messed that up! Can't leave a good mess unattended for 1 minute before some
Ah.
hero comes to clean it up! Go tidy your own drawers!
Could you stand still while I kill you? Ooh. That was actually a useful bit of stuff for once. Ah. Why do I have to deal with you? Take out the mage first, you know how it goes. He's also probably the weaker of these, so, yeah. Oh! Okay, where would the way up? The badger doesn't seem to turn into anything, so that's at least something. I really hope I'm not going back on myself. Nope. I'm just gonna ignore it. Oh
I have
boy.
seen it. I have seen the way forward. John and Jode have shown me how we may protect our temple.
Bless your eyes, Moon Bishop. What must we do?
We must create an anchor beneath 2 moons to hold our temple between 2 moons.
Apologies, Moon Bishop.
An
This
imp.
one does not see.
Really?
They'll see clear enough once the anchor's built.
The anchor will let you all see as I do. All will become clear soon. All will become clear soon.
Tempting bait cheese. Really?
Think you're
And
the
let me
queen of the
guess, this
fruit
is
bag?
not going to
Well, you
be
won't
the
getting
only
my
thing
head
that has to
big
be
with
done with it.
sweet cow squeezings this time. I lapped up every last drop. Now what are you gonna do with all that dry toast, eh? Cheese on toast? That's just crazy talk. Next you'll be trying to make toast with the cheese already on it. Off with your cheese and toast madness. Do me. Off with your cheese and toast madness. think you're the
Well, this is at least more straightforward than the last time.
just makes me want to bat it around like a no. Yarn! Look at it come apart.
I'm just gonna rush through
Since I
this.
have seen you at her temple, faithful. She hopes you will help her with this anchor and
You're
see-
making an
yes,
anchor?
to buoy our temple through this storm. Joan and Jode have shown it to me, and through it there
How's this supposed to do that?
will open a tiny gap in the lunar lattice, so our temple might slip between the moon's shadows. Nestled between Joan and Jode, we will surely be safe from the dragons.
Where are you supposed to place the anchor when it's done?
Tuck it away beneath our temple to hold us firm through these troubled times. Come, I will show you, and we can begin. Ah!
Would you? I was batting her thoughts into a glorious tango before you came along. Now I'm gonna have to start again.
Oh, there's a door. Good. Yeah, so, Qa'Rajh quests may appear as novel because they start out as, oh, it's a breakout from the regular, but then it turns into just like a regular fetch quest, just with a lot more cheese and quote-unquote randomness added to it. But you know what worked? Just running through the whole damn thing without caring about any of these fools. So that's what I'm going to do. Nope. You... Oh! Now there's a tangible thing to do. Is it this imp? And apparently it is. I mean, just because you change shape doesn't mean that you're really that tough. In fact, I shift over to my destruction staff and you're still not doing a lot of damage to me. So, yeah, you're kind of weak. And look, I didn't have to face any of the annoying minions.
That's enough cat and mouse for one
Yeah.
day, plaything. That's enough cat and mouse for one day. It was me the whole
Okay.
time. Are you surprised? I was surprised.
I already knew you were the skooma cat. I thought you said you'd let Shisensa go if I took her
All
place.
right. Yeah, so I did. But then I thought it'd be more fun. Well, I was half right. You're a little too good as a plaything. Not fair if you're always winning.
Not fair. What is not fair is that you are
That's the best
cheating.
part of playing games with lunatics. They're always changing the rules. You'd get it if you just let me whack you on the noggin a few hundred times. No? Well, game's over. Off with you now.
Don't be a sore
You
loser.
making demands in my games, in my realm. All right. One last impossible challenge for you
Oh.
then. Now that for sport. Say my name
I mean-
3 times backwards.
Neither Okay, this is actually a bit of a fun one. So, all of these are technically correct. Let's go with the most direct one.
Oh, you took the words right out of me mouth. Next you'll be plucking me teeth for a new princely smile. Well, you can't have him. I need him to bite Haskell. Take a bite out of the anchor instead, will you?
The anchor is cheese. Oh.
Farewell, cheese of my dreams. Out you go, before Haskell sees the mess you've made. Neither of us wants to hear that.
Escape this nightmare! Quickly!
Avoiding hostile pursuers. Yeah, just run through all of them. And don't care about them. So I will say the one Qa'Rajh quest that I liked that I've seen so far is the one that was South Point, which was a part of the Grathwood, where this isolated little town had freakish storms happening to it, and everyone was actually not that mad. It was only one person who also happened to be creating the storms for the quote-unquote benefit and protection of everyone else. So yeah, well,
What have I done?
It was not you, Saizensa. It was the skooma cat that brought these misfortunes.
okay.
Walker, this one remembers you from her dreams. Your face, your voice. 2 moons guiding her through the fog. Saizensa cannot repay you enough for this.
Qa'Rajh's hole in this temple should be gone now.
Saizensa is to blame. The skooma cat would have never caused this chaos, if not for her weakness. She led her Clowder astray, and too many of her disciples had to pay the price.
How do you mean?
As Moon Bishop, it was Saizensa's duty to protect her temple. But when the time came, she could do nothing without Joan and Jode to show her the way. When the visions did not come, she tried to bring them with the sacred sugar. She is no leader.
Will you remain as Moon Bishop?
Not for her to decide. If Khajiit lost their faith in her,
Two
she would not be
things.
surprised. This one will beg forgiveness for her failings and accept the will of her Clowder. She was too reliant on her gifts, and a leader must be more than a prophet. For the moment, all
Okay.
this one can do to try
Ah,
and
see.
restore peace and order to her temple. Then will come the true test. She knows the dragons will come to 2 moons, and her Clowder must be prepared.
I mean, we know this one, that's Moon Sugar. Anything else that may have been true prophecy? No, I think we're good to go. Right, well, that was unfortunately as long as I feared with dealing with Qa'Rajh. It is never just, oh, it's a short finding a thing and then deliver that thing. No.
Why didn't she? She was to be saved.
It's always more than that. It's always long-winded, and it is always contrived and drawn out for the sake of quote-unquote randomness. No. I find it annoying, if you couldn't tell. Time-consuming, and basically just drawn out for the sake of exposition. That's a good word. Right, so next time we will be at the next... Now there is something here. But I believe our next side quest will be in Merrywale Farms. So hopefully we won't be dealing with more madness, but we will definitely be dealing with moon sugar because it's a moon sugar farm. Or sugarcane farm. But until then, take care.